Okay, I think there's a sort of implicit argument on the left that it's worth losing the ability to elect your lawmakers if they tend to pass legislation that you like, compared to elective governments at home who pass legislation that you don't like. What would you say in response to them?
Well, governments are here today and gone tomorrow. I think 11 times the British people have elected a Labour government, and they have the opportunity to do so in 2020, maybe even before it, depending on how these lawsuits go. The police action on Conservative cheating in the elections. We have the ability to change our government. We have no ability to change the European Union. Capitalism is written in, no, chiseled in, not just etched, but chiseled in to the Constitution of the European Union. Indeed, as Mr. Benn once said, the European Constitution is the only one in the entire world where the existence of monopoly capitalism is written in to the Constitution itself. So it cannot be changed. Even if we had the most persuasive British Prime Minister, he would not be able to change the terms, the nature of the European Union. I believe in democracy, and I believe that if you live in a country where you cannot remove the people who govern you, then you are not living in a democracy. And at my age, I'm not ready to settle for Britain ceasing to be a democracy. The truth is, though, as I said in an earlier answer, the European Union does not legislate in our interests. For example, the European Union makes it impossible, illegal, and we've seen in Greece what happens if you try to do something that they decree to be illegal and impossible, to intervene in the economy with public ownership, public subsidy, even protection, even in the short term, for British national economic interests. It's just not allowed. So, for example, you cannot save a shipyard or a railway workshop. You cannot save an entire industry, in the case of the steel industry, by British state intervention in the economics of that argument. You would be acting illegally. So I don't know if they've noticed, they're too smart not to have really, but John McDonnell and Jeremy Corbyn are proselytizing for an economic strategy, most of which is illegal if we remain within the European Union. So either we elect McDonnell and Corbyn, or the other way around for now, Corbyn and McDonnell, and they're unable to do what they've promised to do, what they've said needs to be done, or we'll be very quickly back into another confrontation with the European Union. I tell you, this referendum, though it might be thought by others to be a never-endum, and they might be bored of it already, but this story isn't going to finish on June the 23rd.